Income tax is a tax levied by the government on income generated by individuals and businesses. In at least half of the world's countries, income taxes account for approximately 80% of all government revenue, which funds public services, the military, and the government itself. In some high-tax countries, income taxes exceed 50%. On the other hand, some countries have no national income tax at all. Governments of countries exempt from income tax usually enjoy a lucrative alternative source of income, such as the nationalized oil industry or the tourism sector. In many cases, it is possible for a person to move to one of these countries, establish residency, and in some cases citizenship, and live income tax-free in their own personal tax haven. Hey guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. In this video, we will tell you about the top 10 countries with no income taxes. But before starting the video, please like the video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Now let's get started. Number 1. The Bahamas. As one of the world's most popular tourist destinations, it's no wonder the Bahamas doesn't have to charge income tax to break even. Plus, with its stunning beaches and fast-growing economy, the Bahamas is one of the most livable countries with no income tax. Setting up a second residence there isn't too difficult either, if you have the money. Obtaining a temporary residence permit is as simple as paying $1,000 at the immigration office and is renewable every year. Number 2. Bahrain. Bahrain was one of the first states in the Persian Gulf to discover oil in its territories. This discovery of oil allowed it to become one of the richest countries in the world, and one of the few countries with no income tax. It's also pretty easy to live there. While I'm not particularly enamored with Manama, the city is well developed and has a sizable expat community. But the problem for Bahrain, and many other Gulf states, is that obtaining permanent residency can be difficult. Number 3. Bermuda. A British territory in the North Atlantic Ocean known for its pink sand beaches and zero income tax. It does have a payroll tax though. The main difference is that payroll tax is only required by employers, who can deduct 6% of the employee's salary, which goes towards said tax. And if you are self-employed, you are required to pay payroll taxes yourself. Bermuda has a population of just 62,000 and has no residency or citizenship under investment programs. Number 4. Brunei. This tiny sultanate on the Malaysian island of Borneo also has enough oil wealth to waive income tax. However, unlike Bahrain or the Bahamas, Brunei is extremely challenging to live in. It is not very friendly to foreigners, and the government is, frankly, heavy-handed and dictatorial. I even met a fellow expat who was afraid to talk to me due to local laws and police practices. Permanent residency and citizenship are also out of the question, unless you somehow get the Sultan's approval. Brunei is mostly just an example that countries with no income tax are not necessarily centers of economic freedom. Number 5. Cayman Islands. Like the Bahamas, the picturesque beaches of the Cayman Islands attract enough tourists to keep the government afloat without the need for income tax. However, if you want to live there for the long term, be prepared to invest a considerable amount. You'll need to earn $145,000 a year and invest at least $600,000 in real estate or local companies if you want to live in Grand Cayman. And from there, you'll have to wait another 8 years for permanent residency. Number 6. Kuwait. Like many of the Gulf countries on this list, Kuwait does not have to collect income tax thanks to its large oil industry. It is also one of the friendliest countries in the world. Foreigners make up 2/3 of the population. Kuwait City is heavily Americanized and easy to navigate. However, enjoy doing business in Kuwait. Obtaining permanent residency there generally requires you to have Kuwaiti relatives or formal employment in the country. Number 7. Maldives. Imagine living in an overwater bungalow without paying a dime in income tax. Technically, you can do it in the Maldives, a small island country in the Indian Ocean. Thanks to the abundance and expensive resorts, the Maldives does not need much income tax. While spending days living tax-free in the Maldives sounds idyllic at first, staying there long-term is almost impossible. You must be a Sunni Muslim to even apply for citizenship or permanent residency. Even if you are Muslim, the country does not have a program for foreigners to become permanent residents. Number 8. Oman. Like most of the Middle Eastern countries on this list, Oman is a wealthy and enterprising nation that, thanks to its oil and gas industry, needs no income tax. Moreover, despite its vast oil and gas reserves, Oman has made significant efforts to diversify its economy and open its markets to new opportunities. This makes it a great alternative to the UAE for investors looking for new opportunities in the Persian Gulf. The Omani government even offers a residency visa for investors on its website. However, specifics such as minimum investment are not readily available. As with most rich Middle Eastern states, Oman isn't exactly dying for foreign capital. So foreigners who want to move there usually need a job or family in the country to do so easily. Living there can also be a major change as Omani culture is quite conservative. Number 9. Qatar. At first glance, Qatar appears strikingly similar to its Gulf neighbors. It is a small, rich country that made its fortune from the oil industry. Its culture is highly conservative, but is rapidly modernizing due to foreign investment and influence. And of course, its oil and gas revenues allow the government to stay afloat without imposing an income tax. Despite these similarities, Qatar is a fascinating country due to its exceptionally high level of development and role in world politics. Despite its small size, Qatar has the highest per capita income in the world and is considered by many to be the most developed country in the Middle East. It also plays a unique role in global and regional politics. Although autocratic by most standards, Qatar supported many rebel groups financially and through Al Jazeera, a Doha-based media organization, during the Arab Spring. Number 10. United Arab Emirates. According to the Index of Economic Freedom, the UAE is the 10th freest economy in the world thanks to its openness to trade and low taxes. Like most of its neighbors, the UAE makes a lot of money from oil exports, so residents can live tax-free there. It is also one of the Gulf countries where it is easier to live and invest. The UAE government openly encourages foreign investment, and cities like Dubai are known for their entrepreneurial spirit. That's all from today's video. Thanks for watching. Remember to like and share the video, and also don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel.